I just love entertaining, but I don't like cooking and I don't like baking, which is why I am so thrilled when I can find a recipe that goes really, really quickly. Now, some of you might have seen our 3-minute scone recipe. If you haven't, look on heartistry.info or go to our YouTube Heartistry channel. Now I'm going to show you a buttermilk cake that my sister gave me the recipe for, well, over 30 years ago. And I think we're going to be able to do this in 5 minutes. So those of you that want to time me, go ahead and do it. You will need a food processor, which is the most amazing machine and can enable even the non-bakers come out with something that's sort of reasonably professional. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with 1 cup of sugar. Now, if you don't have caster sugar or super fine sugar, you can actually take your cup of sugar. Oh, I'm going to try and measure this rather accurately. No, a little bit more. You put it in your food processor, grind it up. It'll turn normal sugar into super fine sugar. And here we go. Into the food processor, you're going to add 125 grams of butter. And then 1 egg, 2 eggs. Not certain if you can hear me, so just watch what I'm doing. Oh, and the egg is sloshed. Never mind. Up it comes. This is what happens when you're not done this sort of thing too often. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. One cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk is so handy. Keep it in your fridge because you can use it for scones, you can use it for cake, and that goes in next. Just bring it down, scrape it down, and then you're going to add 2 cups of flour. And we've got our cup measure. This is just the quickest, easiest. You don't need to serve. You don't need to measure too accurately because basically you're going to come out with, it might help to look on the side that says cups and not mils. 2 cups of flour. Here we are. That goes in just like that, and while your machine is moving, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Do a little bit at a time to mix it in. Here we are. Scoop it down once, get it off the sides, once more, and you're done with your cake. Now you're going to put it into a bundt pan. I love a bundt pan. It's fun to have a hole in the middle because you can do all sorts of things with that. And also it's going to cook much more quickly. So take it and just in it goes. You can add chocolate chips to this. You can add pieces of ginger, raisins, cherries. You can even put some cocoa and make this into a chocolate cake. But this is very simple to just do as a simple buttermilk cake, because once it's iced, or even with just a little bit of icing sugar sprinkled on the top, you can serve it with strawberries, with cherries, with ice cream. Don't quite know what to do with my fingers. How many of you who bake lick your fingers? I'm going to try not to, since we're on TV. There we are. Get it all nice and clean. Scrape once more. And you're going to pop your buttermilk cake into the oven. 180 degrees Celsius, approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to leave it between half an hour and 45 minutes. Just check it, stick in a skewer, a fork, something like that to see if it's cooked in the middle. Take it out and cool it on a wire rack. So there we have it. Take your cake out of the oven. When it's cooled just a little bit, get a plate, put it on top, hold it nice and firmly, flip your cake, and there it is. It's wonderful to have the hole in the inside because you're going to fill it with one of these items. You can do chocolate chips, you can do almonds, dried fruit or candy, and then you're going to ice it. Have a look at the heartistry.info blog for the recipes, both for the cake and for the butter icing. I filled my cake with a surprise, used a butter icing, and then just decorated it with some flowers from the garden and a little bird. So now we're going to cut it and see what comes out. I know my guests coming for tea are going to be very surprised and delighted to enjoy this delicious buttermilk cake. And what's inside? We have got wonderful chocolate balls.